Hello, this is Miriam, and this is only for you. I am here on a sister's heart, and I'm here with an amazing woman, entrepreneur, mother, and she is all of that and more. And we just want to say hello to our very own Rochelle Holmes Robbins. And she is going to be telling us something about the power of affirmation. Now, we know that there is power in our words. And we say this every week that we are great, that we live great, we are great, we're going to be great. All of that we say because it's not just something that we're saying, but we're saying it because we know that there is power in our words. So I want just I call her Rochelle. I want her just to introduce herself to you for a minute, and then we're going to start talking to some of the people that's on with us now.
Hello, Miriam. Thank you so very much. It is an absolute joy to be here on today. The first thing I want to say is if you have the opportunity and you are able, share this. There's a lot of things going on in our lives, and we need positive motivation. We need to think positively. My name is, of course, Rochelle Holmes Robbins. I am the founder of Motivated and Determined the Mad Network. This is one of my favorite subjects between visions and affirmations. That's just two of my favorite topics that I enjoy speaking about. So when Miriam asked me to come on, I was like, sure, honey. Definitely. So I encourage you to like and share, like, share. This is a wonderful opportunity that has been afforded me, and I want to say thank you once again. What I want to, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Girly watching us, Julia watching us. We have some more people on the line that's watching us. My family is watching us. Tamara is on here. So all of them are really, really, really ready to learn the power of affirmation. I was looking at this show and I forgot what the name of it was, but the lady kept telling the girls to say, I am smart, I am impotent, I am, and she was telling her these, but what she was telling her was what, Ro? Affirmations?
That's right. Exactly right. And the funny thing about that is I have affirmations that I even say with my children. Affirmations are very, very important, what they're saying to themselves about themselves. Mm-hmm. But affirmation always starts with your thoughts. So you have to think the right things about yourself and where you're going. It's very, very important. Affirmations is nothing but an action or the process of affirming something or being affirmed, which is very, very important. It is what do you want to tell? What do you want to announce to the world? What do you want to broadcast? So that's where it starts. It starts with what you're thinking about that you want to share. Not so much, honey, girl, I want to tell you this. No, it's about what you want to put in the atmosphere.
That's right.
And that's so very important.
And when you said that, our words, when we say words, I remember our bishops used to say they take wings or they get on feet and they start moving. So the moment you speak these words out of your mouth, it immediately takes wings, it takes flight, and it starts moving out. So if you say, I'm great, I'm wonderful, I'm going to get a new house, I'm going to get a new car, God is good, I am healed, it immediately starts taking flight until you say something that goes against what you just said.
Right, exactly. And the scripture tells us to be not of a doubtful mind. So those two things, positivity and negativity, can't walk together in your thought. And you think you're going to have good success because there's always going to be a battle against what you desire in your life, and where you desire to go, you're going to have that opposition against you. So I always talk about, and I love to say this, it starts with your thoughts. It starts with the conversation that you have with yourself about yourself and where you desire to go.
That's right. And I want to just say one thing, and we have Julie, thank you. The movie was The Help. Thank you so much. Hello, Javita Wiley Gay. Hello. So glad to see it. Willie Sneed. Hello. But listen to this. I was looking at House Hunters yesterday. Now you can get a message off anything. I just want y'all to know that. So I was looking at House Hunters, and they were coming into this house, and the husband says to the wife, every time we come into a room, you immediately start talking negative. can you do me a favor? He said, and when we come into this room, instead of picking out the negativity in it, because we need to buy a house, I need you to tell me something positive. So she said, it's going to be hard, honey. It's going to be hard. But she walked in the room, and the first thing she got ready to say, I don't, he said, stop it right there. So she started saying, oh, wait a minute. Oh my God, I didn't even see the sinks. I love those sinks. I didn't even see the big island. All she was concentrating on was the negative, which was those big poles. But after she finished looking at all the positive, it was so much positive in the room that it began to outweigh the negative. So what if we have to, because you said it starts in your mind. So if we just focus on the positive, is that what you're saying?
Yes, we do. We have to focus on the positive things. And before we start speaking, we need to think before we speak, because whatever you're speaking out can manifest in your life. I love to talk about how when you say things out, what you speak and what you say, what you want wants you. So when we start saying things in the, I feel so bad today. Well, this is going to be a terrible Monday. This is going to be a terrible. When you start out like that, you're already starting to shape and frame your day. And affirmations start with a framework. It starts with your thoughts. Your thoughts are the imagery and the verbal puzzle pieces that the content of your words. So those words you put in place, those words you will start walking out. If you're not careful, if they're negative, you're going to start walking in the wrong path. So you have to make sure that you got the right imagery going on and you have the right puzzle pieces and words in your mind that you're going to speak out loud over your life, over your environment, over your day.
That's right. And the time we're in now, it's so much negativity going on in the world. When you look at the television, when you look at this, so all along when you're looking at TV, you're listening to this, you're feeding yourself negativity. So how do we stop that feeding? Because we have to look at the news, but how do we counteract feeding ourselves that negativity on a daily basis?
I think when we start doing, when we start our day out, and we stop feeding ourselves, first of all, you got to cut some of that stuff off.
Okay,
you can't consume such negative and junk and mess all the time and really think that you're going to produce something great. When you have greatness inside of you and the people that have connected with us, you need to start saying to yourself, I got greatness inside of me and I've got to let it out. You've got greatness inside of you. That's an affirmation. That's one of mine. I have greatness inside of me and I've got to let it out. But when you start compounding negativity and just infiltrating your mind with all of the bad things that can happen, I speak about the power of cancellation. You have got to start canceling when people speak negativity in your life. Well, I don't think they're going to ever, no, cancel. I teach this in my vision session. Cancel. Just stop talking. You want to cancel those negative things out of your space. I work around a lot of people, and sometimes you always got negative Nancy, and you always got somebody that's always got negative energy, and they can't see nothing being successful. You know them. You know, some of them are your family members. Some of them are your co-workers. Some of them are members on your boards and in your teams. The thing is, you've got to line yourself up with the right people in your space. I talk about who's going to sit on my front row. I cannot have everyone sitting on my front row that do not have best intentions. So when we talk about the front row, it's not just the physical front row, but it's the front row of your mind and your thoughts. And let me stop right there, Miriam. What were you getting ready to say?
I was getting into that negative and cancel caught me, because if you really take that to heart, and when something negative's come to you, cancel, that means you cancel it out. Cancel.
That's right. And you really, when people ask you, well, what is cancel? You literally want to turn around and give them that look, you know, that we know how to give them, and say, what you just spoke to me, would you want that in your life? That's the question you need to ask. Even when you're creating your affirmations, you need to think about, what do I really want in my life. And that's how you start creating your daily affirmations. And it's good to do these daily because it really helps your day. But one thing I want to share before we get too far down the road is 8 things you need to think about when you are creating your affirmation. Become conscious of your thoughts. That's number one. You need to be very conscious of what you're thinking about, what you're meditating on. That drives us a lot of times to where we're going. Also, you need to think about, find something beautiful and appreciate it. I begin to talk about when I have some people that I may encounter quite frequently. I always tell them if they stand something negative, I would say, well, anything can be changed when you're on top of the dirt. Absolutely. It's when you're under the dirt. You can't change anything. That's right. So when you start putting those positive spins on even negative situations, you start reframing and reshaping how you're going to go about your day.
I like that. So you had 8 ways. So you're giving us all 8, did you?
Not yet. 2. So 3, be conscious of the foods that you eat. It's raising awareness even about what you're eating, how you're doing things. You just don't want to become mechanical, but you want to make sure that you're giving thought to what you're doing. Drink a lot of water, meditate, be grateful, become more appreciative about whatever is going on around you. Start thanking God. Start thanking, oh, honey, I'm just grateful I woke up this morning. I might have an ache and a pain, but I'm grateful because some people didn't even have that opportunity. The other thing is practice acts of kindness. We have to develop the ability to practice kindness. A lot of times, even in this season, we have to become even more patient. I've been on the phone with some of the teachers, some of the people in the schools, even with my job. This is a different life. This is a different climate. So we've got to start saying, okay, no problem. I understand. We've got to have a spirit of compassion, a spirit of empathy, even when we feel like, honey, I'm about to blow it up. But we have to begin to rethink how we approach situations. The last one is get your blood pumping. You got to get excited about something in your life or what is to come. Don't focus on all of the negative things, but think about things that really re-energizes you, re-energizes your thought, your dreams and your visions. Do not put them aside, but use daily affirmations to put focus back on the dreams, the visions, and the goals, which are very important.
And that's really important, the daily affirmations. And then you said something about speak well to other people, like encouraging other people. Because I feel like when you encourage somebody else, it always comes back to you. Right. So put that out there, just please.
Yeah, it's very important because, and don't always look for where you sowed it. Right. It may not always come where you show kindness, where you are nice, or you show compassion. You just have to do things. It takes nothing away from you to be kind. It takes nothing away from you to say, girl, you look good. You wearing that. You look wonderful. Encourage, take the time to lift others up.
Now, let's just do the space station identification. Can we go ahead and give us one of those affirmations that we can?
I will, because it.
I want everybody to get ready. Everybody to please get ready, because I want you to actually say these affirmations and try to keep them in your heart. But she's going to just give us one of the quick affirmations, and we're going to say it. Now, if you're at work and you can't say it out loud, just mouth it. If you're at home, I want you to say it as loud as you can to let us know, let everybody know. And I'm talking about that this is your affirmation. So come on, Ro.
Okay, one I want to share that you can do with your children and for yourself. I'm smart.
I'm smart.
I'm talented.
I'm talented.
I'm beautiful.
I'm beautiful.
I am me.
I am me.
I am the me.
I am the me.
God wanted
the
world to see.
The world to see.
So you're not no.
If everybody said it, I just need y'all to put a yes or give me some hearts or something to let me know that you just said that you are the me. If you said it, come on, give me the hearts. Give me the hearts. Come on up. If you said it, if you thought it, if you wanted to say it. But we want you to be able to say that. So you got one more for us before we go to the next thing.
The next thing is I want to talk about my body and mind line up.
Mm-hmm.
My body and mind line up. I'm healthy.
I'm
I'm
healthy.
happy.
I'm
And
happy.
I'm strong.
And I'm
I
strong.
want y'all to say that, please. I'm healthy.
I'm healthy.
I'm happy.
I'm happy.
And I'm strong.
And I'm strong. The hearts are going. The hearts are going. I'm happy. I'm healthy. And I'm strong. The hearts
I'm strong.
Going.
You've got to put that in the atmosphere. Remember what I said. What you want wants you. So you've got to make sure that you are speaking the right things in the atmosphere. Miriam, do we have one more time for one more?
Yes, you do, honey.
Okay, well, I'll tell you what I want to do. I really, this is one of my favorites. It says, I am so thankful.
I am so
thankful. I am so grateful for all the great things that I'm going to do on today and the great success that I shall have. That's one that I recite every day. No matter what I'm facing, I'm grateful. I'm thankful for all the wonderful things I'm going to do on today and the great success that I shall have. When you start speaking those things into your atmosphere, I don't care what's going on. Sometimes you do need to take a station identification. I don't care what you're facing. Just say, I am going to have success on today. You've got to actually reclaim your day because sometimes the enemy wants you to run away and your day to get away from you and just go and derail your day. But you have to be very careful that when your day feel like it's going down the wrong path and it's about to be derailed, you got to start saying, that's when I say, the devil is a liar. And I am going to have just what I say I'm going to have. I'm going to have a successful day.
And then you say you're going to have a successful day. Then start speaking those things that you want to see on that day.
Exactly.
Because you said what you want wants you.
Wants you.
You have to realize that.
Yeah, and so when we start speaking things in the atmosphere, sickness can find you. Even if you don't feel well, you need to start saying, by his stripes, I am healed. I'm feeling better. It's not a lie. What you're doing is you're trying to reposition yourself to prepare for what's about to come. When we start repositioning ourselves in our thoughts and start speaking those things out, we're going to begin to get the success that we desire. I want to share another one of my favorites, and I want you to say this after me because this is very, very important. I act in spite of fear. Now, if you online, I'm gonna need you to get a little gritness. Get your change your stance. I act in spite of fear.
I act in spite of fear.
I act in spite of discomfort.
I act in spite of discomfort.
I act in spite of uncertainty.
I act in spite of uncertainty.
I act in spite of anything.
I act in spite of anything.
I have a millionaire mind.
I have a millionaire mind. All right, y'all better say that one. Y'all better say that one. I have a millionaire mind.
Millionaire mind.
Come on. Let me see them hearts. Let me see them hearts. Let me see those hearts. I mean,
know that's right.
Whole environment that we are doing right now is changing the environment that's around us. So we're changing whatever could have been negative right by speaking the things that you're telling us to speak. We're changing the environment. We're changing the atmosphere. And one thing you just said, Ro, you said something about preparation. We prepare for everything, but I didn't even realize at first that you had to prepare your thoughts for success.
That's right. That's right, because it starts with your mind. And when I was thinking yesterday, even about, you have so many things in your mind, you're looking at where you currently are. And even in this season, some of us have stopped looking at the possibility of where we can go. Even in this season, we're so consumed by, oh my goodness, I'm trapped in the house. I really can't do what I want to do. But this is your opportunity to change how you do things. You just have to become very creative. And that's what daily affirmations give you the opportunity to do. I have another one that I love too. It says, I hold the pen to my success. And even in this season, you hold the pen to your success.
Wow.
You can't turn the pen over to somebody else. You cannot leave this space and say, oh, just forget it because it hasn't happened and we're in COVID and we're trapped. No, you need to really seek out and find another way. find another vehicle, find another avenue to do what you desire to do, and give energy to that. Don't give energy to focusing on what's going wrong, because what's happening is you're draining yourself. And you don't want to drain yourself, especially not right now. You want to be re-energized, you want to be ignited, and you want to empower and be the power that you desire to have to go where you want to go.
That's right. And one thing you were saying a little while ago, and you say you hold the pen to your success, but you were saying too, we have to intake not only what we intake emotionally, or we got to intake physically. You were talking about intake the physical food that's going to be good for us. So everything about us has to be some kind of positive thing. You hold the pen to your success. Does that mean that we can write what we need to be or what we want to be? We can just write it?
Exactly. When we talk about holding the pen to yourself, you hold the pen to your success. You also want to start writing, even in this season. You need to even go back and revisit the things that you've already written. It talks about writing the vision and making it plain. And a lot of us online have heard it, but we've stopped. We don't even have the desire to write anymore. And it goes beyond the desire to write. We don't even have the desire to dream. Some of us have given up on our dreams and our visions and our goals. But when we start doing that, you really stop living. You start limiting how long. I mean, think about my grandfather. He said something. He said, honey, if death wants me, he got to catch me. Some of us are just laying on the bed, we're laying back, and we've given up. But we've got to run. We've got a race to run, and sitting on the sideline is not going to get it. Cheering other people on does not bring you great success. Yes, it's wonderful to do, but don't miss your opportunity. You can be great. Why? Because you're already great. You're already great. You got to understand who you're connected to. I teach about the be, do, have nation. I can be what the word says I can be. I can have what the word says I can have. And I can do what the word says I can do. You can have great things, and not just the word of God, but also the power of the word, your affirmations, your daily speaking, your daily talking, your daily confessions are very important.
Now you need to say that one again. Would you say I can be? You just said something.
I can be what the word says I can be. I can have what the word says I can have, and I can do what the word says I can do. We cannot give the power over to anybody else. We are the be, do, have nation. We've got, I can't wait to release that song. I just gave you a snippet right there, but we have something called the be, do, have nation. And we've got to realize who we are, and we've got to start walking in that direction and speaking just like that.
Now, one thing you got to do too, before you can do the be, do, have nation and be what the word said and all of that, you got to read the word. Because if you don't know what it says, you don't know what you can be. You're going to just be making stuff out of the sky. But read the word first and then put your name in it. So you have to read the word. You have to have that word in your heart to let the word do the work in you. So that's wonderful. One more affirmation. The time is just flying by, but we have so many hearts, so many thank yous, and somebody just said what you want wants you. They're writing down the affirmations in the notes and in the post. So I just want y'all to keep right on. And we got something great coming up too. This week, I did not have the names of the people for the Cash App. So we just want to put this out here since we in the do, and we're going to have.
And
so
be.
We are going to choose 2 winners next week for the Cash App win. And let me give you a testimony from one of the persons who had the Cash App. She said when I put her name in, she did not know she was going to win. This is just a testimony. And she said, but this goes by what Rose says. She spoke in the atmosphere. Lord, I want this Cash App. I want this Cash App. She said when she looked, her phone say ding, and the Cash App came. But little did I know, she had depleted everything that she had. She had no more money for an entire week. She used some of the money for gas, and she used some of the money for food, which kept her going to that week. So she began to speak it. She spoke it and she said, what you want wants you.
That's right.
That wanted her, and she wanted that Cash App. So what? You are so on it, Ro. You are so on it today. We only have 3 minutes left of this show. Oh my gosh. But I just want to tell you this. Next week, because I don't have the names for this week. So next week, we're going to give out $100.
All right.
So the people who was in last week, just because it was my fault, I didn't have production to get everything together for me today. But we're going to have last week people that signed up last week and the people who dropped their Cash App this week. And we're going to give out $100 from a sister's heart.
Beautiful.
On a seed into somebody's life, $100. So the people from last week, you good. You don't have to put your name in again. But the people from this week, y'all start dropping those Cash Apps in the post. I'm telling you, after the show is over now, don't be coming dropping the Cash App in next week, coming on part of it. No, it has to be dropped in from this show. So start dropping your Cash App, click, like, share right now. I'm going to give Ro the last 3 minutes to do her affirmations. I'm not even going to come back with another word because I think those affirmations are going to be word enough. But I'm going to give you a chance to share with your friends. Click, like, share, drop those Cash Apps in there. It's $100 on Thursday. And I think next week's show is depression is not an option.
Beautiful.
And that goes good with this particular show. Depression is not an option. Many of us, many of you, many of whoever have find themselves in this time depressed. But we want you to know depression is not an option, and we're going to give you the tools to fight against it because we believe that depression is not an option. Well, I love that. What you want wants you. I'm taking that with me the rest of the day. What you want, wants you. How about that? Start dropping them Cash Apps in. $100 on next week. Ro, you take us out with the final affirmations. We have 2 minutes, but you go ahead on. Don't limit yourself. I want y'all on here. I want y'all to start putting in your little hearts. And as she's doing these affirmations, I want thousands of hearts to come up. Go, Ro.
Okay, I wanted to share. Thank you, Miriam, first of all, for allowing me to come. I want to say right here, one of the affirmations I use, I'm growing my container. Mm-hmm. You got to begin to grow and expand your container of what you can hold. I'm bigger than any problem. Know that you are bigger than any problem. The other thing that I love is I can be kind, loving, and balanced, and really, really rich.
All right.
I can be kind, I can be loving, I can be balanced, and really, really rich. The one that I also enjoy is I have a larger reason to have wealth. You've got, if you want something in your life, you got to give the reason. You got to give God a reason to bless. You got to give him a reason. Why would you can't be selfish. You don't want to be selfish, but I want to have to give. I want to have to expand. I want to grow my container so I can give out more to my family, to the community, to the world. And if we're not thinking globally, then we're thinking too small. We've got to begin to grow our container to say, hey, it's more than the United States here. It's the whole world here. Act in spite of your fears. Act in spite of discomfort, act in spite of uncertainty. I tell you, act in spite of anything. You have a millionaire mind. Be mad, motivated, and determined to do better and be better than where you are today.
All right. So we are so happy. Ro, thank you for brightening up a sister's heart only for you with motivating, mad, and
motivated and determined.
Motivated and determined. And you can look Ro up on Facebook, and you can find her on Facebook if you need to get in touch with her, because she does speaking engagements. She does all of that. And you see how she is on this. This is just a tidbit of what you're going to get. So if you need someone to come on your live, get her. Go to her Facebook page, Rochelle Holmes Robbins, motivated and determined. And she is what she said. what you want wants you. And at the end of this show, we always say we need you to do what? To be great, to do great, and to live great. And until next week, remember, it's not about me, but it's only for you. So thank you, thank you, thank you, and God bless you. Thanks, Ro. We'll see you next week.